beautiful soul for my collection.
Killing spree.
Don't mind if I do. Tinker, eh? What?
And very early look at the EXP graph. It is tilting in favor of MIM. The jungle efficiency has clicked in for Old Monk, and some of the Timbersaw is making more of the lane. I also think there is a stack here for the Sven. It's not the most sizable of stacks, but nonetheless, it's a good stack to get started with. And the Sven, in terms of items, has got his helm up.
Yes. There should be a creep going over to the ancients.
Yeah, somebody's already pinged out the
Lion,
ancients
lion.
nice and early,
Oh,
and
no,
I
that's
think
Sven.
it is the lion who's pinged out the
No,
ancients.
that's probably the Sven though.
Okay.
So FOM should be realizing this, and they should be getting a ward down at the ancients. I mean, it's pretty common, this build. I mean, they have already seen the build coming out from the Sven, so a ward should be going down
To contest the stacks as soon as possible. Speaking of warding, we've got a Radiant Rune ward here, as well as a mid lane ward, which has been placed once again after being de-warded early by the Dire.
Tinker needs the ward for vision. His vision is very important because the missiles need to be hitting.
Okay.
And once you go high ground, the vision completely just vanishes.
And this cliff ward still in action. I mean, it looks like Lion is walking
I don't
there
think
to
it's
soak
going
some
to
EXP.
achieve anything. Yeah, 1 minute left on the ward, and it's just there. Nobody came to the lane, so these guys must be kicking themselves, saying, "We just wasted a ward."
Yeah, but Lion is walking in the direction to get some EXP.
But he does have sentries on.
Possibly going to get a D-board and some free 100 gold.
Probably.
Right now the lane is a bit pushed out. They can dive. Sven can quite easily dive. He's tanky. He's got Walkrai as well. Can just run past the tower, but I don't think he's enough to kill the lion. He might need a bit of help by the Shadow Demon, but it's going to be unlikely. Mid lane. It's been a matchup we haven't seen in a while. Shadow Fiend versus Tinker, and in terms of CS, the Tinker is leading. He does have 10 denies though.
10 denies and 19 creeps, even though he died once. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Because once the SF gets his souls in, it's tough to last hit against him.
Yeah.
But Tinker has kept up even though he died.
Died twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Died twice? Just. Yeah. He gave first blood and he got solo killed, right?
He is a level behind the Shadow Fiend, and let's see if he has any recovery there. There is
he
stack
has some
going on here.
stacks.
Some stacks, but it's going to be a good 13 minutes before he gets his travels, I think.
And he's not even going for the march, so I don't know how he's going to farm the stacks.
So he's going to hope and get maybe level 9 to get his march going.
Yeah.
Level 8, possibly.
Because you generally max out your laser, right?
Yeah, he has maxed out his laser. He hasn't got Rearm either. He's not even
I don't
level
think
6.
he's going to get Rearm right now. He's 2000 gold away from the VOT, so
Yeah.
without that, it's pretty much useless.
So catch up for the Tinker is going to be a bit difficult, and if anything, FOM would be looking to gank around the map with the Tinker TPing in for fights, but the Tinker is behind. Maybe that's his catch up. Getting a couple of kills on the map, but he's nowhere close to his boots of travel. So
it'll be interesting to see what the SF goes for, because when it comes to build, SF we've seen, going for various builds, the straight BKB rush, and we have a reconnect coming in.
Speaking of build, the SF is getting an infused raindrop, absolute value, 150
Against
magic
Tinker,
damage block.
Lion,
It's a must-have item. I think like Shadow Demon.
I think
and
everyone
Disruptor.
should get it on him.
Yeah, everyone should get it. Gonna really piss off the under-level Lion, who's sitting really at level 2, hoping to get his level 6. And
MYM's rotations have worked out, even though they're supposed to a little under-leveled. But FOM supports are under-leveled as well as their rotations have not worked out at all.
yeah, speaking of supports being under-level, this Disruptor, Zed's dead. I mean, he saw really on that nobody was coming to contest the Radiant offlane, and he just sat here by the spot.
I think he was going for the courier though. I don't know how a disruptor goes for it, but maybe
He was hoping for a courier snipe. He didn't get a courier snipe. He made 2 ganks happen in mid. One SF is lame practically because SF is now sitting at level 6 and he's at level 5. So he's done a good
with that
job.
is you have to smoke and go into the trees. Otherwise, if you start walking from the uphill, then you never get the second last hit off, and disruptor doesn't have the damage.
Yeah.
He needs levels though. I mean, he's doing the same as Lion. So both are sacrificing for the greater good here. What is? Oh, he's disconnected again.
Yeah, we were another disconnect. Sorry folks about this. We should be back with the game as soon as the players get their internet sorted. But getting internet sorted doesn't seem to happen in India till 2020. So just wait for another 4 years and we'll be able to play online competitively. SF, 3 kills nice and early. He'll be happy with the way things have started.
Yeah. Do we have any stacks in the jungle for SF?
Stacks in the jungle. Well, there was
one stack, but I think
Sven's going to pick it up.
They're using it for in lane equilibrium anyway.
Rest in peace is one means.
Have they done any tower damage though on the bottom tower?
Bottom tower?
No, for Gaia. No. So even though they had a free lane, they managed the equilibrium pretty well, it looks like it. Because the creeps have never pushed into the tower, it seems.
Yeah, if anything, they seem to be pushing it now, and they can just creep skip and maybe kill the line if they need to. Of course, the next wave is really, really far away. Waffling's having quite a bit of hard time in the.
So we have some ping issues coming in.
Yeah, in terms of CS, the Dire Carry is doing much better. He's going to even accelerate his farm further by taking a couple of stacks. Muffling not having the greatest start. A whole 10 CS behind the Sven, and he's being harassed a lot by this Timbersaw. Timbersaw just realizes that Muffling, with all his Agi morphed in, is sitting at 600 HP. He's just going and hitting him normal attacks and pushing him out of the lane quite a bit. So the Muffling is having a bit of a hard time, not enjoying his lane as much as the Sven. But Sven,
his build up to his items are a little slow because generally Morphlings do go for the Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah.
Not a lot of value this game, but Morphlings still go for it.
Lincoln Sphere is there. I've seen Morphlings go Dragonlance, and I'm not a fan of that. People do go Dragonlance, however. They've been trying it nowadays. I don't know if you'll get to see it. It does have the band of Elven Skin, so it's mostly going to be a Threads. Not choosing
I think they are still having ping issues for the Disruptor. It's not being able to reconnect, it seems.
Yeah. Anyways, the Sven is going to farm a lot now with his helm. He's got these stacks for him. He's also going to have some ancient stacking pretty soon. I'm searching for that creep of his. Where is it? I don't see it yet. Maybe it's hanging around here.
I don't think he's converted it. It's on cooldown, so he must.
It is on cooldown. So his creep is on. Maybe. Oh, here it is. There you go, creep.
The lonely range creep who's limping his way to the ancient stacks.
Correct.
To do the dirty work for the Sven.
Yeah, so Sven is going to farm really fast. I remember in the previous Starter Cup, 15 minutes into the game, he had Threads, Helm, Echo Saber, and a Blink.
Yep.
So, I mean, maybe 20 minutes.
Going,
he farms really fast.
Yep.
And they're going to be looking for fights after that. And even though the Timbersaw doesn't need much items beyond mana, he's going to be doing a whole lot of pure damage with his Chakram, Whirling Death, Timber Chain, all of that. And it's going to be a good bloodbath in the mid game, hopefully.
What do you favor in the team fights though? Because MIM don't really have a lot of AoE or team fight as such, but
they don't. I mean, they're not as strong as FOM.
Yeah, it's a pick-off lineup.
But Static Storm,
Static Storm.
completely rips apart FOM. If we get one well-placed static storm, and doesn't need to be a perfect one which holds everybody there for 5 seconds and they can all spectate, but just even a decent one, you can just shut down the ESL line from doing something, forcing them to reposition themselves. And by the time you can pick off whoever's there, the Axe, the Tinker, easy kill. Speaking of the Tinker, nowhere close to his boots of travel. And speaking of nowhere close to anything, it doesn't look like we're going to resume today, folks.
It's looking bad for the Disruptor. I mean, I guess he'll have to be playing at his hype, whatever ping he has. He said reconnecting is what Rest in Peace is saying, but
Yeah. You know what? We're just going to read out the chat for you because sometimes in India, when I tune into Twitch, the
PC
resolution is
restarting,
so low, I can't read chat, and that really frustrates me.
PC
And most
is
of you are
restarting,
all
it
too
seems.
poor to buy tickets, so we're just going to read out chat for you. It's okay, man. I can wait for one day.
he says the PC
I can wait
is
for one
restarting,
day.
So
I
one
can-
day, but we can't. So keep it going, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, for those of you just tuning in, this is the ESL India Premiership Starter Cup number 4, organized by Nordwind Gaming and sponsored by Republic of Gamers and HyperX. So those of you who don't know anything about HyperX, they make pro level headphones, some seriously good stuff. I think you can get the Cloud for 6,000 rupees. Do check it out on the site. Really good stuff. I like HyperX. It's something I wish
So the
someone
other
would
team
buy
is
for me.
threatening to unpause, saying they're gonna press F9.
Okay. For those of you who've been waiting this whole pause, let me tell you, there are some rules on pausing in this tournament. There is a limited amount of pause time. However, the admins have gone for their own little tea break. They're missing. They're not moderating at the moment. But we'll know soon enough when we're getting back.
You know, rules are meant to be broken, and in India, you have to break them. If you want to have a game of Dota, there are gonna be pauses. So.
Correct. Yes. Speaking of Indian Dota, it's been a good year for us. Beyond Infinity doing well. Invisible Wings challenging Beyond Infinity. It's interesting and
Yeah, even
And
the
you-
Indian scene is growing. The prize pools are going up.
okay.
So looks like we have sunny days ahead.
Yeah, apparently, total prize pool in this year for Indian competitive Dota, just Dota alone, has been lakhs and lakhs of rupees. I can't tell you the exact figures, but we were at a lot of tournaments and there's a lot of money coming in. And one thing that's changed is we had so last year was a lot of tournaments, less money. So we're having more quality tournaments with more money.
Of course.
So things are only getting better for us. And speaking of things getting better, Disruptor has reconnected. Oh my God, Ganpati Bappa Moria.
But let's hope that he has the ping.
Okay, and we're back, folks. It's FOM versus NYM in Starter Cup number 4 at the ESL India Premiership. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tinker, Art of Feeding, trying to farm his boots of travel as furiously as he can.
He doesn't even have the boots,
far away from
He
it.
doesn't even have the boots.
He's just sitting with the
Oh, yeah,
bottle and
he's
the
getting-
nut.
he's getting
okay,
it
he's
on the-
getting the boots.
On the
Out him on the
courier.
courier. Disruptor is hanging around for the stack, doing it.
Disruptor is doing the work of the range creep apparently.
Speaking of that range creep, he is trailing somewhere. I do not know where he is. I
No,
can
he-
see him somewhere. Okay,
Where is he?
we don't know.
The lane creep has just decided.
Okay, meanwhile, on the bot lane, some action going on. Brish on the Timbersaw, trying to run behind towers. Reactive armor, kicking in. He's running for his life. There is no mana for a Fisher. Access too far away.
No
Offering is
mana
too
for
low.
anything. Nobody has mana for anything.
And this is the greatest
Oh
chase
my
ever.
God.
Brish running here, running there. Reactive armor, kicking in.
Dude, you're
More
not an
running.
axe, man. You're not gonna get those spins.
More running is axe level 6. No, he
Yeah,
isn't.
he
He
gets
gets
the
the call. There was some bad juking coming out from Brish. In the end,
Juking?
what-
Wow. You call that juking now?
I mean, we have to be nice. They are pro players after all.
Okay.
Anyways, on the Lion has come to the top lane. He has picked up his level 3. He did deward this ward out here.
Which is
he's
pretty useless because the ward had like 30
1
seconds.
minute to go, 30 seconds. But he's going to get
Yeah,
levels
the gold.
for sure safely. And swinging of wards, there is one sentry coming out from the Radiant nice and early.
They just want to make sure that nothing funny is going on with the range and stack.
Okay. Ace on the
I don't
Earthshaker.
think that sentry blocks it, does that? Boxes. Oh, they just got it on. Oh, nice. They're getting it on the good. So, MYM should realize this and they should get the deward out. But it's tough to deward this camp. You generally need 2 sentries because you don't know where the blocking ward is. Though they get it in the first go.
You said it's tough. They made it look easy. Dewarded it and
I think
hopefully didn't block again.
No,
Yes.
they
Okay, Timbersaw, once again, making life difficult for this Morphling. Inching towards his level 6, Morphling also inching towards her level 6.
Sven is just running away with the last hits though. He's 70 and the next hero is 46 and that too it's the jungling axe. All his creeps are not even like the full gold.
Yeah. Disruptor moving across
He needs
the
to
map.
get some levels. He's level 2. I mean, you're never gonna get. Oh, there, he's dead.
Easy, the Fisher blocks him on the other side. He says,
he's turning
thank you.
around.
He turns around.
Level 2 Disturber turning around on the axe.
And
you know, macho plays coming out.
Yeah, Macho, this Timbersaw is having the time of his life.
How many times he died? He's died twice. Not bad though. Especially if you're, rotating
bad
the
at all, but
entire
easy.
team and, juking them in a way, whatever you call juking.
Yeah, he has created some space. He
There
has
was some insane space.
If you look at CS, Morphling is at 34 CS while Sven is at 76. And that tells you the work
more
that
than
he's
double.
done.
More
And he
than
can
double.
even kill off
and
the
he has
Morphling.
ancient stats. Morphling can't farm stacks at all.
Yeah.
Seth, a little low on health. What's he doing? Oh, he's jungling probably.
Sitting in base, has picked up his infused raindrops, absolute value item for the SF. And speaking of SF,
3 heroes in mid.
the Fisher comes up nice
Fisher,
and early,
stun.
Impale follows.
Oh.
There is the defensive disruption
But the
coming up
Hex
by
is
the
still
Shadow
there, the
Demon.
Hex.
And I'm sorry about that. There is the Echo Storm, there is a Hex as well. A late March, the laser does connect.
The infused raindrops absorbed a lot of the damage.
And SF turns around, raises down the axe, who had really stepped way beyond
And they
another
get a
glimpse
disruption
coming back.
off. Sorry, that's a glitch.
Radiant's top tower.
And elsewhere, Lion stealing mana from the Shadow Demon and Tinker just one laser and he's dead.
The supports are just, going ham. They think they have a lot of levels, but they don't.
Have fortified their structures.
Yeah.
Why do we have fortification?
I mean, Shadow Demon is level 5, he's not
Oh,
being
so
too
the
bad.
Sven was taking the tower. I think the Sven will get the tower because nobody wants to defend it apparently. Pops his god strength and he gets the tower.
Fallen.
He has a good amount of money rolling in.
88 CS, 9 minutes into the game.
Yep. Need to get that 10 CS per minute.
Finally, Axe and Lion have rotated to this lane. Sven has had enough fun in this lane. He's going to move into the jungle. Speaking of which, he has.
He just needs to wait for his cooldown and they just need to go for the ancients. That should be his blink.
Yeah, he has got a sizable stack in the ancients.
Oh, so they did use 2 sentries to reward. They didn't
Okay.
get it on the first.
Okay. No, I think they dropped this observer and placed another sentry just to
Yeah,
make sure that there wasn't any other vision over there.
What are the supports doing? Does anybody have level 6? I mean,
Speaking of supports, the Shadow Demon
so-
is running away on haste.
10 minutes in, only one person in FOM has picked up their ultimate, it seems. The axe. I mean, Tinker doesn't really need to. Morphling, I don't think he's level 7, but he hasn't picked it up. Lion and Earthshaker are pretty far off. Mana boots have come in for the Shadow Demon. Nice pickup. Helped the team a lot. Especially Sven. What is this?
In the off lane, we've got a Chakram going on with the Timber Chain Morphling dead.
His efforts have
Wiped
paid
out.
off. Coming back to this lane and harassing the Morphling and finally gets it.
Yeah. It's also a maxed out Timber Chain. Didn't even use the whirling death for that one. Clearly did his work. And in terms of net worth,
Sven is just.
Morphling is just sitting there somewhere near the axe. It's not a really good game for both cores or
I
all
don't think
three
he can go
cores.
for Lincoln's. He's just falling.
Well, it looks like he's going for the Dragonlance nice and early. Some value stats. Hold that thought. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, we've got a gank on the Shadow Fiend.
And it works out.
The axe puts an end to his killing spree.
I think that he debuted his Blink Dagger there.
Yeah,
That was
good, great debut coming out from
Oh,
the axe.
okay.
And they smoke after the gank, hoping to go to the top lane, I presume.
With what mana? 0 mana on anyone, but okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
they smoke
it's
to
a-
go
it's a-
back to base.
It's a fountain smoke.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Some
on the
next
bot
level
lane,
wave.
we've got another Chakram going on against the Morphling. Lion walks in, says, I'm going to drain your mana. Timbersaw just walks away. He'll be fine. And speaking of levels, Disruptor, already level 5. He's caught up really fast. While the Lion is level 6, so not too
Lion
bad.
is also everyone's level 6 suddenly. Oh, he's going for the Echo Saber, but I think he's gonna farm the ancient cap. Oh, there it is. Nobody else wants to take the XP. Come on, guys, you need the Disruptor should come and take the XP.
Yeah, Disruptor
level
is
11.
sitting mid.
Really?
And
Share a little
Old
bit.
Monk know that something's up. The axe walks in.
They're just like walking next
He's
to
getting
each
his
other.
blink stopped by that lone Helm of Dominator creep. Sven did look for the stun, didn't end up stunning.
there,
He's a
there.
glimpse back on the Axe. The Axe has been demonic purge.
I don't think they can do
There
this.
is a kinetic field.
Oh my.
Finger coming out straight on the Sven. Disruption coming out on the Lion. A lot of back and forth here. The Tinker does come in with the heat-seeking missile. Doesn't catch anyone. But speaking of catching, they've got the Shadow Demon. They finish him off. Timbersaw comes in. He's got the Chakram going, and with help with the Boiling Death, he'll finish him down. It ends to be a 1-for-1 trade. The Lion going in favor of the Shadow Demon.
Pretty even trade, and I mean, MYM should be happy because they got the ancient stack, they got everything. Fingers on cooldown. So, and Sven didn't die, which actually, spoiled OM's plan completely. And SF is going down again, probably. Yeah.
There is a Fisher coming in. He's not yet low enough for a call. He will be soon enough.
Oh, he missed
it. There is a glimpse into a static storm and holding everybody in place. Requiem of Souls, but the souls are not enough. Ace comes in with the Echo Storm and the Echo Slam. He ends up dying instead. Axe blinks in, gives the blade, finishes him off, does pop his Berserker's Call, is tanky enough, gets another kill. And now with the missile coming out from Tinker, they're trying to lock down the Disruptor, but that kinetic field will be enough.
So they
Two
did
heroes
get the
fall from MYM, and in the end it looks like the Earthshaker and the Axe did end up falling from Old Monk.
Did get the Axe finally. The
Action all around in the map. The Timbersaw does manage to finish off the Morphling in the bot lane. This is the second time in a row that Timbersaw is finishing off the Morphling all by himself. He's having a great game. Looks like he's going to be building into a hood, which is an absolute sensible item versus the kind of lineup coming out from FOM, all magic heavy. So he'll be building into early hood. He's already got the Ring of Health and he's doing quite fine. He's happy. So the top lane, Sven won his lane. He wasn't contested. The bot lane, the Timbersaw's killing off the core. What does Morphling do? Morph into strength.
Morphling should be going top. I don't know why he's going bot again and again and just feeding kills to the Timbersaw. He should be going top where there's one tower and you can just farm safely near the tower and alternate between the jungle and the tower. I don't know what this Morphling is doing, and it's not working at all. SF has been slowed down, and this is the problem which SF faces, which is any type of initiation, you just have no counter and you're dead. So he has to probably go for the BKB.
Meanwhile, on the bot lane, they're trying to lock down the Timbersaw.
It's not going to work
got
out.
him low
Why?
enough, but it's not going to be enough. The Shadow Fiend has entered. The Sven has as well. Sven does have his blink. Like I said, 15 minutes, he's got his blink. Jumps in on the Morphling, got strength. 1 hit, 2, he's dead. There is the Chakram coming out, but it doesn't matter. Sven is going on the Earthshaker. We've got action all on the map. Sven chasing to no end out there. They do manage to glimpse back the Tinker. Kinetic Field just in case. Cleave gets the Tinker and the Lion. Woo! Sven picks up 3 kills, triple kill going the way of Sven, but they're not done. They do manage to finish off the Axe as well. And this game has gotten out of hand. The gold graph will tell you the story. The XP graph does tell it partly as well. 7,500 plus EXP lead just 15 minutes into the game. And another 7,500 plus gold lead 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Sven is just going to town on people. And the SF, he's coming back every time. He has half soul and he's still coming to the fights. And he's gone for the Dragon Lance. I think he's going to go for the BKB now.
Yeah, you spoke of item builds. He's going for the Dragon Lance. Value stats, a couple of agility, little bit.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good item. The stats is incredible on SF.
Yeah, there was this phase where everybody was building it on Spectre, but that was just a Reddit thing. So
I've seen it on Ricky as well. I don't know why, but I've seen it on Meepo as well. Just for stats.
Yeah, I've seen 4 of those on Meepo. I think,
exactly.
What's his name? Filipino guy. He did that. Anyways, speaking
Abed.
of things happen, Art of Healing, caught in the kinetic field.
Yeah,
Stormhammer comes through, Echo Saber, God's Run not needed. The Fisher does block them off.
This is
Akash Ball jumps in with the call on the Sven. Elsewhere, the Timbersaw did finish off the Tinker, but they're not done. It's Axe all by himself. He's caught in the Chakram, does walk out of there. Lion comes in, fingers the Sven, finishes him off. Echo Storm, Morphling comes in and they almost finish the Timbersaw. They do now. The Static Storm coming a bit too late. XD says Sven and Shadow Fiend walks in, but there is a glimpse. They get the Axe back, the Requiem of Soul just in case, but the Shadow Demon has fallen. So does the Disruptor. Impale on the Shadow Fiend. They're not done. Axe does have his call. Not yet. 4 seconds on cooldown. He does.
He misses the last race.
Almost misses off the line. The Adaptive Struck coming out by the Morphling. Just enough for Axe to come in. Call once again. Culling Blade just in case. Impale maybe not needed. Smoke Pop. Does glimpse back the Axe, but oh my god, with that Thunder Strike, they finish him off. 1 hit from the tower.
And he
Chaotic
bought
fight.
back
4
for
heroes
that.
fall from MYM.
I mean, Disruptor buying back for that.
Did?
Yeah, he did. He just bought back.
A buyback from the Disruptor, maybe a bit too late, but he dug.
I think he expected to get more than 1 kill. I thought he expected to get more than 1 kill.
Yeah, the Tinker finally has caught up, has got his boots of travel. Maybe a bit too late, but he is getting his farm. Earthshaker trying to get some as well.
Also, I think I've realized what Old Monk's trademark play is. They smoke to run away. That is their...
Yeah, this is the second time they've done it. They smoke
that's
to run
how
away.
that's what they think smoke is for.
Yeah, but smoke is great.
It's working for them, so...
The Timbersaw has completed his hood. He's having a great game. I mean, he has died quite a bit, but he's made so much space. He's restricted the Morphling's farm like anything, forcing the Morphling to come to fights and hopefully pick up kills with Wave Farm. But that doesn't seem to be happening. She is there, she is getting assists, but maybe not enough.
I think the Morphling also went for a Dragon Lance.
Yes, the Morphling did go for a Dragon Lance. Then
I
is
just-
a glimpse onto Ace connecting field just as well. Fisher comes out and they've held him in place. That SF with his extended range finishes him off. Easy kill. And the Earthshaker hoping he could farm away quietly on the bot lane.
How far is he from the Blink Dagger?
He is very far away from his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he's pretty far. That's actually pretty far.
Speaking of being far, Timbersaw dives deep in. There is the Sven, however, with the stun and
he's
the
getting the
cleave,
cleaves, he's getting
finishing
the
them off.
cleaves. Oh.
But Axe pops the Culling Blade, finishes Sven instead. And
think
now
the
the Morphling
poison
going
should
to
pick
work
him.
on Shadow Demon. He's trying to finish him off. The Demonic Word from
Oh,
the Shadow
clutch
Demon.
plays
Did
from
manage
the
to
Shadow
finish
Demon.
off the Axe. And he disrupts the Morphling just in time.
Some really clutch plays coming out from
The
Shadow.
Disruptor comes in, the Morphling dropping really low, does waveform, but the SF is here, one hit, another raise, and that's an easy kill. Once again, all three cores from FOM falling.
This Morphling, man, he could have just waveformed to the high ground and left. But
Sorry,
no,
we're not dead, folks. The Earthshaker is a bit out of position. They're diving behind the tier 1. SF finishes the kill, and Timbersaw just stands there with all that reactive armor, attacks the tower, gets some more charges, 15 charges now. He's having a good game. This has been one explosive mid game. Yeah, that pause, but looks like they're not done. Timbersaw walks in, he's run out of mana now. The line sitting at 260 HP. There is a response coming out from the Tinker. He TPs in, he has no vision, I'm not sure. Can't see anything, and Lion just walks back in. And Lion's got his blink.
This
Not bad
mid
at
game
all.
has been explosive, man. Teams have gone completely wiped. This time it was Old Monk, last time it was M by M. Shadow Demon this time with the clutch plays though.
Yeah, that Demonic Purge really did work in the
Yep.
previous fight. Speaking of which, is another stack for that Sven.
Goes
Gosh,
Saber and that he's going for a BKB then.
it looks like he's going to complete his
So
BKB.
MM are definitely gonna get a power spike when they get 2 BKBs online and a hood.
Speaking of the second BKB, the Shadow Fiend has completed his.
Yeah.
So they should be looking for objectives and towers, which is what I think FIM is
Old
doing.
Monk
They're
are
trying
playing it well though. They are not concentrating on the Timbersaw who is trying to, distract everyone.
Yeah.
They're going for the backlines in the SF and the Sven. But eventually the Timbersaw will be able to get them burst them down. And with the Rosh which is coming in. Have they seen it? Yeah, they did have a ward there, but
Beating on Dire's top
did they smoke for that? I don't think so. Okay. So they get the Rosh free. No exchange, nowhere, not even the top tier 1, which is like the basic exchange you need to get. Not even getting that much. The Tinker is steeping in though.
He smartly realizes that everybody's hanging around Roshan, goes and tries to make the trade happen with the top tower. And meanwhile, MIM say, we'll take your mid tower, thank you. Access into your jungle, we'll take that. Shadow Demon hanging around with his double damage rune will time out soon, almost done.
They have a very crucial ward behind the tier 1. So if anyone wants to initiate, it's not going to happen. There it is. Timbersaw is
have to take.
isolating everyone behind.
Where did Radiant
They have no answer to the Timbersaw yet.
Yeah, it's an axe replicate for the time being. That is the answer. Speaking of answers, Sven jumps
Going
in.
for the
Storm Hammer,
Earthshaker.
Chakram, just in case, whirling that. No Timber Chain committed, but there is a glimpse. Axe jumps in, calls 2. It's the Timbersaw and the Disruptor. There is an Impale. Disruptor falls low. Impale does the trick. Timbersaw tries to get out of there. There is a Demonic Purge on the Axe. The Axe will fall as well. The Chakram doing the trick. Sven getting the kill. 2 kills. Sorry, 1 kill for the Disruptor.
A very scrappy exchange though. Sven jumping in on Earthshaker, can't finish off the kill. Then Shadow Demon putting the Blade Mail, Timbersaw in the disrupt.
tower is under attack.
Pretty, there's lack of communication probably coming in from the teams.
Actually, one thing that we must notice in the previous fight, MYM did initiate first.
Yep.
But Axe got 2 in a call, and there was a follow-up Impale coming out from the line. He did catch 2. He caught the Timbersaw.
I think
and the
Sven is taking it upon himself to initiate because they have no one else. Initiating on the Earthshaker is not the best. Probably need to go on the Tinker though. But the Axe counter initiate is super scary.
Somehow this line is finding his farm. He's got a Glimmer Cape, so that's going to
And
be
the
helpful.
blink,
He's
yeah.
going to get a couple of
Pretty
saves going out.
He got the
He got the save on the
he got the
Earthshaker.
finger kill on the Sven.
Speaking of saves,
That's
I don't
not-
think this Morphling is going to run away. She does throw the Adaptive Strike. Pops a replicate. That will fall as well. and
It's
Sven
just
will walk away
this
from them.
Morphling is just not playing to his level.
He's just sitting at the Perseverance. It's going to be a while before he gets his Linkins. And
I don't know why
Scan
he's even
comes up
coming
from
to
the
the
dive.
Weird
Speaking
place
of
to
which,
put
they
Scan.
have got Zedge dead here. He's been hexed up. It's going to be a kill. Dunk coming out from the axe. Easy kill for them. And Shadow Fiend
Hurricane Pike and Black
completed.
King Bar. Both are done. Hurricane Pike is, I mean, yeah,
Not
it's a
bad.
fancy item, you know. You can do some crazy plays with it. It's
Yeah.
always nice to see those.
Yeah.
But, let's see what he does. And it gives you a little bit of, mobility.
Yeah, one thing about the Hurricane Pike, however, is like you can force stuff people away from you,
Yep.
but that range is so small. It's actually quite small.
I mean, it's almost melee range. We have to go
Yeah,
and,
you have to almost go melee range to get that off. But anyways, if somebody in the middle of a fight does come
Yeah.
close to you,
I think it's for the, countering the axe who will jump on him every time.
okay,
Does Urchi get a, Urchi, I don't think he has a blink dagger yet.
Some help.
no, he's sitting at
He's
1,200
struggling,
gold.
man, with the items. He has the levels, but he's struggling with the.
Yeah, he decided to sit in lane and help the Morphling farm, which, well, he did try and do start. Then the Timbersaw wreaked havoc on that mob.
Timbersaw is actually, he's been the bane in FOM's lineup.
So far for MYM, got the early game advantage.
Yeah.
And they're just pushing it. They're taking fights, they're taking towers, even though they might be losing a few fights, giving up the Shadow Demon or the Disruptor, they don't care. They're just going to take towers. But what matters is how are they going to march down high ground? Because with the march, with Echo Slam, it's not going to be easy just walking down mid.
Definitely not going to be easy because they have a significant amount of AoE to clear out the creeps. But with the Aegis, they have one Aegis now. They should use it to clear out all the outer towers, and then the next Aegis should be their go-to time.
Okay.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
The hood being popped by the Timbersaw. And it looks like. Oh, he catches out the Morphling. There
Oh,
is
he
a
gets
Chakram
him.
and a whirling that. That's
He gets
it.
him. Morphling
Is that
is
Morphling
having a
or was that
torrid
creep?
time. No, that's a Morphling, man.
Too easy.
Too easy. I mean, he's having a torrid time. So I think that's the third time he got solo killed by the Timbers.
Yeah.
That's horrible for a Morphling.
Some D-wards coming up from the line. They need this badly. And they're going to get some vision on this side of the jungle.
We have a little bit of spikes coming out, unfortunately.
And hopefully we don't have a pause for that. Sorry folks, we're spiking quite a bit. We can just blame Val for this. Looks like Axe did get glimpsed back, but he went out of there. Timbersaw did commit quite a bit. The Blade Mail being committed by the Axe, but now that's one big static stop. Requiem coming out, the Axe falls, the Earthshaker does as well, and the Timbersaw is being kept safe by the Shadow Demon. They'll take out. Okay, sorry folks, having a couple of spikes here. Nothing to worry about. Anyways, the Timbersaw seems like he's not done. He's chasing the Tinker. He's running after auto feeding, and I think the Tinker just blinked out of there safely. But MYM try and take another objective for this.
Sven has gone in.
Sven did dive in deep, but
Radiant structures.
I don't know what that was about. It looks like there's no immediate defense coming out from.
Thankfully for Old Monk, MYM don't have any of the ultimates to contest.
Mhm.
So if they do come back, and which they will, they should be able to prevent these Raxes.
Okay.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Art of Feeding trying to march as much as possible and hold back the MYM push. It's just him. The Earthshaker has no blink for his Echo Slam to really have effect. His Echo Slam is available. Morphling jumps in, replicates out. Is okay for now, but MYM say thank you. We'll just take Rax. We'll walk away. Good stuff coming out from them.
Timbersaw is actually pushing his hero to the limit. He's playing really well.
I mean, what does he have to
He's baiting
lose?
he's baiting out a lot of skills from them, and they're not getting the kills. So
Speaking of-
rest in peace, just being greedy there.
He's got his BKB. He's
Did
trying
he
to fight. He did stun Ace.
Echo on the BKB, Sven. He did.
I think he
do
did.
that.
I think he did.
Just falling apart, man.
Yeah.
And the BKB was quite I mean, it's not like Insta slam. He saw the BKB and decided,
Yeah. Taking the name too seriously, too much Old Monk for them.
too
And
much.
Fun fact, Old Monk is banned in Hyderabad. You don't get it there.
Well, that's why road esports aren't playing them, right?
Back to the game, 20,000 goal lead for MYM.
5.5k on the Sven, just showing off now.
Yeah.
I think just a matter of time. Just need to get the Aegis and just go up high ground, and that's going to be it. Even this Tinker has nothing. He has a BOTs and probably a blink.
He has a BOT and a blink and a soul.
That's nothing.
1 kill, 5 deaths,
Yeah,
4 assists.
because once both of them pop their BKBs, he's just gonna be blinking in and looking at.
What do you think about this build? Was it situational or is
No, he
this
actually
going to be
played it
a new
well.
standard of building a Shivas on Shadow?
I have seen Shivas for the mana pool and the armor, but it's a good build though.
I mean, does complement the Requiem, does go well with the
Yep.
Static Storm,
Yep.
the active, but is that it?
I mean, this game you can't really say because they pretty much ran away with it after ever since he had BKB and Hurricane Pike. The next item was always going to be a luxury item. I'd like to see the assault, but too
I
much
think
armor.
assault would be great.
Yeah, it would be great for high
Would be
ground.
great with the Sven, would be good for high ground.
They probably thought too much armor.
They got greedy.
Yeah, Timbersaw, Sven, and even for the style points, the Shivas.
Yeah, it's more style
Activating the
points than
Shivas and then probably blinking in if he gets it. He has a blink though, yeah.
And we were wondering what is the answer to the high ground. It's going to be a Shadow Demon.
Oh god, not one of those.
And
Yeah, but not SF. We should actually. It's gonna be slow.
no, the illusions take 200% more damage. Anyways,
Oh, he's
the
blinked.
Shadow Fiend has blinked in aggressively. Timbers are trying to zone them out.
No, he's not blink. He has a Hurricane Pike, right?
Okay, sorry. Did Hurricane Pike here, which he's been called, fingered, BKB, Glimmer Cape, does pop the BKB, doesn't get the Requiem, Axe does the job.
So
the
much.
Axe in disruption at the moment. He is trying to walk ahead. He's taking damage from his own illusions. He's been demonic purged as well. Does get Glimmer Cape in the end. And
So
he
much
is
for all
taking
these fancy items, man. If you can't survive. I mean, MYM just going for the fight. They don't need to, but they are. And they have a high ground. They have a ward inside the base, which not being rewarded for some reason. And they are like, it's just a range racks. We don't care. So. Liking?
Nope.
He's just chilling.
There is a double damage rune. Roshan will be up very soon. They are bringing Roshan.
What is the Timbersaw making? Is he
I
done
think
with
he's
it?
completed Bloodstone. Got a Yules as well. Will be
going for the Shivas?
Building into a Shivas, yep.
I think you should get a Lotus Orb. That's good. Remove the Hex. If the Lotus Orb is on you, Tinker can't do anything to you. So it's gonna be a great game for a Lotus Orb. I don't know why no one's getting it. Lion can't touch you, Tinker can't touch you, Morphling can more or less not be able to touch you. So he's got an MKB, Sven. I mean, boasting. No need to get an MKB, but he does have it. Just
Shadow Demon hanging around Roshan. He's almost there. Wait for him, buddy.
got the Invis, he's going on the hunt. They just need to be behind the SF and save him. Just save whoever the axe initiates on and that's it.
Okay, the Roshan is back and they are going to take him down. Shadow Fiend walks in nice and early.
Okay, this is really slow, man. Okay, there it is.
So, Gambit, what do you think is a possible scenario for Old Monk to come back into this game?
Possible scenario is they hold high ground with the Tinker and Axe
Which
gets...
they can do, right?
They can do that, but Axe has to get up some crazy calls into the Earthshaker. Otherwise, even the rate at which they are farming is not enough to, guarantee them late game. And Shadow Demon late game is just a beast because of the illusions and how, effectively and safely you can farm or, push out with them.
So, your answer for OM coming back was some late game Wombo Combo Giri. And speaking of that, the Earthshaker has got his blink. Let's watch him nice and closely if he gets a good Echo Storm this game. I mean, Echo Slam.
The Wombo combo potential is not so high on the FOM side as it is on the MYM side though. Because Earthshaker is the only combo they have. Axe into Earthshaker because all of the others are single target.
Remember, too smart. They're not going to fall for that. They're stealing up nice and early. Sending
Timbersaw.
the Timbersaw.
That's
with
the right
Shadow
move,
Fiend
man. That's the
illusions.
right
And
move.
look at that Dragon Lance. Why do you pick a Draw Ranger? Just pick a Shadow.
It's for the aura, man.
Yeah, I know. Look at the way. Anyway, Timbersaw taking a lot of damage.
Timbersaw
early
is more
over
than happy to take all this damage though. There, he just baited out a bunch of skills. Happy to be back.
And they're just going to chip down on
Yeah,
the tower.
no vision next time, so the tower's gone.
Timbersaw does go in, does get the whirling death on Moblin.
That's fine.
Moblin forced a waveform out of that. Timbersaw once again taking a lot of damage. Shadow Fiend popping the Shivas.
Shadow Fiend is playing a little bit weird now.
I mean, why Morphling is pretty much frontlining. Axe is still looking for that magic blink initiation.
Morphling is
And
so
by the
scared
time
his
it happens-
replicate is waiting in the fountain. Could have at least pushed top with it.
The Glimmer Cape comes out on Shadow Fiend.
He does have the Aegis though, right? Shadow Fiend has the Aegis or Sven?
Yeah, he does have the Aegis. The Aegis pops.
Just gives it up.
It's going to be another
Sven,
set of racks.
Sven was just watching the entire time. He just never came in there.
Speaking of coming in, he did come
Suddenly
in.
he decided, yeah,
He's the stun on the line. Will finish on the line. 2 hits, another. And the Shadow Demon does fall elsewhere. SF now focusing on the axe with the Timber Chain coming in from the Timber Saw. They finish off the axe. There
does
is a
buyback.
buyback from the axe. He is
But
looking to come back into the fight.
this is not
the
happening.
Timber Saw, Timber Chains almost to the fountain. He used the Tinker Chakram on Tinker as well. Then Timber Saw come back. Not enough. Well back up on. In exchange, back coming out.
Player disconnected. We could turn away from this guy.
Sorry folks, we had a small disconnect. We're back and Timbersaw making ways into the Radiant backline, trying to finish up the Lion. Morphling zips ahead, but there is a Glimmer Cape on the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon turns around with the Soul Catcher and the Morphling will be fine for now. Both teams go back. It looks like the Axe died once more.
So once
it was a buyback into a tieback for that
So
Axe.
once the Sven comes, it's straight up down mid.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the Sven. Sven, speaking of items, I think he's got
Yes,
what do you
he should
build?
be having one
Moonshot?
item. I'm sure I think he already has that.
Is he? I don't know.
Because
He,
he
has
had
something.
he had the gold. Let's see.
He's using the courier. I don't know what he's building for. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Brish, and Rams finishing down the.
Oh, so they're not even waiting. I think then he should buy the BOTs in this. He's buying it. No?
Yeah, it
He's
looks like
walking
there is
in.
a Fisher coming up from the Earthshaker. Echo Slam is on cooldown.
Sven just decided to walk. He didn't even
There
TP to
is
the
an impale onto a finger into the Timbersaw. Timbersaw will die. He will get bursted down. A dominating streak comes on and Morphling picking up the kill out there. They do hold him for now, but sorry folks, sorry about that. Sven has jumped in and he does finish the Earthshaker nice and early. He is working on that melee axe and will get it.
Game looks to be over because I don't think they can defend against Megas.
I really admire OM's persistence. They were hoping that every fight it could come out on top. One fight will get that Echo Slam, one fight will get a call, something will happen. If anything, Lion...
Timbersaw is just there on the front lines and they can't go past him. They're just not being able to, go over him into the back lines. I think Timbersaw should be the MVP for the game.
Morphling caught in the Static Storm has nowhere to go. Has
they
been
disrupted
disrupted,
him.
maybe a bit counterintuitive, but there is the Requiem.
So that's for the style
And
points
he
there.
just washed up from the map. Axe walking in all by lonesome does end up dying, and it
Morphling
looks
has
like they've
bought
not
back.
done. The Axe did die. Morphling did buy back. She is waveforming
There
out
it
of
is.
there.
The GG
Tinker
comes
comes
out.
in. There is the final Echo Slam that we are talking about. There is a Fisher, but who is left? No one is. Sven is there. Sven finished off the Earthshaker.
The
And
GG has come out.
It's finally GG.
So MIM, they just had a better draft, a better execution, a better early game, and a better everything more or less.
And a better offlane for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Send your axe in.
They actually won all 3 lanes, so no way FOM could have turned that around probably right now.
Anyway, don't go anywhere, folks. We have another match coming up from Starter Cup number 4. I think it's Road Esports versus Orampo. Tune in to find out what Orampo means in Tamil. My name is Vivek. With me is Gambit. See you soon, folks.